You know what's crazy? I remember sitting in my cramped apartment 3 years ago, staring at my phone at 2 in the morning. My YouTube channel had just hit 100,000 subscribers. The comments were pouring in, people were calling me an inspiration. My family thought I'd finally made it. And you know what I was doing? I was crying. Not tears of joy, but tears of frustration, because despite all those subscribers and all those views, I had exactly $347 in my bank account. My rent was due in 5 days, and I didn't know how I was going to pay it. That's when it hit me. YouTube money isn't real money, not in the way most people think it is. Let me explain something that nobody talks about in those flashy videos where creators show off their earnings. When you see someone pull up their AdSense dashboard showing $50,000 for the month, what you don't see is what happens after that number appears on the screen. You don't see the taxes that take 40% right off the top. You don't see the equipment costs, the editor they're paying, the thumbnail designer, the software subscriptions that eat away another chunk. But here's the thing that really keeps you broke. It's not even about the expenses. It's about the trap. And I fell right into it. See, when I got my first real YouTube paycheck, it was about $4,000. To someone who'd been working minimum wage jobs their whole life, that felt like winning the lottery.
Oh yes.
So what did I do? I went out and bought a new camera. Not because I needed it, but because I felt like a real YouTuber should have professional equipment. Then I upgraded my laptop. Then I got a better microphone. I justified every purchase by telling myself it was an investment in the channel. 3 months later, I had all this expensive gear and less money than when I started. My friend Marcus called me out on it one day. He wasn't a creator, he worked a regular job at an accounting firm. We were grabbing coffee and I was complaining about money stress, and he just looked at me with this confused expression and said, "Lime, you made more last month than I make in 2 months. How are you broke?" I didn't have an answer, not a good one anyway. That conversation changed everything for me. Because Marcus made me realize something crucial. YouTube money feels different than regular money. When you get a paycheck from a job, you know exactly what you're getting and when you're getting it. You can plan around it, you can budget, but YouTube money comes in waves. 1 month, you might make $8,000. The next month, the algorithm changes and you make $2,000. Your brain starts playing tricks on you. You start spending based on your best month, not your average month. That's the first trap. Here's what I wish someone had told me when I started. YouTube money is not salary, it's business revenue. And if you treat business revenue like a salary, you will stay broke no matter how many views you get. Let me break down what I mean. When I was making those first few $1,000s a month, I thought I was earning that money. But I wasn't earning it the way someone earns a salary. That money was coming into a business even if I didn't think of my channel as a business. And businesses have operating costs. Businesses have slow months. Businesses need reserves. But I wasn't thinking like a business owner. I was thinking like someone who just got a raise. Big difference. The second thing that keeps YouTube creators broke is comparison. Oh man, this one nearly destroyed me. You scroll through Twitter or Instagram, and you see other creators talking about their earnings. Someone's bragging about hitting $10,000 a month. Another person's showing off their new Tesla. You start feeling like you're falling behind. So what do? You push harder. You make more videos. You burn yourself out trying to keep up. And here's the sick irony. The more you chase those numbers, the more desperate your content becomes. Your audience can feel it. The algorithm can sense it. And your views start dropping. I spent 6 months in this cycle. 6 months of making 3 videos a week, barely sleeping, ignoring my friends and family, all because I thought more content meant more money. You know what happened? My channel growth flatlined, my mental health tanked, and I was making less money than when I was putting out 1 video a week. The breakthrough came when I stopped trying to be a YouTuber and started trying to be a business person who uses YouTube. That sounds like the same thing, but it's not. A YouTuber chases views. A business person builds systems. A YouTuber celebrates when a video goes viral. A business person asks how to make that viral success repeatable. A YouTuber spends their earnings on production. A business person invests their earnings in assets. Let me tell you what I did that actually changed my financial situation. First, I opened a separate bank account just for my YouTube business. Every dollar that came from AdSense, sponsorships, or any other YouTube-related income went into that account. Not my personal account, the business account. Then I paid myself a salary from that business account. Not the full amount I earned, a salary. A fixed amount every month that I knew the business could sustain even during slow months. In my case, I looked at my average earnings over 6 months and paid myself 60% of that average. The rest stayed in the business account. This one change saved my life. Seriously. Because suddenly I had consistency. I knew exactly how much money I had to live on each month. And when I had a big month, that extra money didn't disappear into random purchases. It stayed in the business account, building up a cushion for the slow months. The second thing I did was start treating sponsorships differently. Before, when a company offered me $1,000 for an integration, I'd get excited and immediately think about what I could buy with that money. New sneakers, dinner at that nice restaurant, maybe a weekend trip. But then I learned this principle from an entrepreneur I met at a conference. He said, "Revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is reality." That hit different, so I created a rule. 50% of every sponsorship payment goes into a tax savings account. 25% goes into business reserves. 25% I can use for either business expenses or personal salary. This formula isn't perfect for everyone, but it worked for me because it forced me to be honest about taxes and to build up savings.
Wow.
Here's something else nobody tells you. The real money in YouTube isn't AdSense. It's not even sponsorships. It's in what you build because of YouTube. Your audience is the asset, not the platform. I learned this the hard way. About a year into my channel's growth, YouTube changed something in the algorithm. Overnight, my views dropped by 60%. 60%. Videos that would normally get 50,000 views were getting 15,000. My income got cut in half. I panicked. I thought my career was over. But then I remembered something. I had 30,000 people on my email list. Those were people who had voluntarily given me their email address because they wanted to hear from me directly. They weren't dependent on an algorithm to see my content. So I sent an email. Just a simple message saying I was creating something new and asking if they'd be interested. Within 3 days, I had 5,000 responses. That's when I realized the real value wasn't in the views. It was in the relationship with the audience. I created a digital product, a simple guide based on questions people kept asking in my comments. Priced it at $27, sold it to my email list, made $14,000 in the first week. More than I'd made from AdSense in the previous month. That's when everything clicked. YouTube was never supposed to be the business. YouTube was the marketing. The business was what I built with the audience YouTube helped me reach. Now, I'm not saying AdSense doesn't matter. It does. But if AdSense is your only income stream, you're building your house on sand. The platform can change the rules tomorrow and you have no control over it. Diversification isn't just smart, it's necessary for survival. Today, my income comes from 5 sources: AdSense, sponsorships, digital products, affiliate marketing, and consulting. If one stream dries up, I'm not scrambling to pay rent. But here's the thing that really matters: the mindset shift. You have to stop thinking of yourself as a content creator who makes money and start thinking of yourself as a business owner who creates content. That's not just semantics. It changes every decision you make. When someone offers you a sponsorship, you don't just ask how much they're paying. You ask whether their product aligns with your brand, whether your audience will actually benefit, whether this partnership builds long-term value or just gives you a quick payout. When you're deciding what video to make next, you don't just chase trends. You think about what serves your business strategy, what builds your email list, what positions you as an authority, what creates opportunities beyond just that one video's performance. I'll be honest with you. This journey almost broke me. There were nights I questioned everything. Moments I wanted to quit and go back to a regular job where I knew I'd get paid the same amount every 2 weeks. But I'm glad I pushed through. Not because I'm rich now, I'm not. But because I'm stable. I'm building something real. I'm not at the mercy of an algorithm or a platform's whims. If you're watching this and you're struggling with YouTube money, hear me out. The money will keep you broke if you treat it like a lottery ticket instead of business revenue. It'll keep you stressed if you let your identity get wrapped up in your view count. It'll keep you trapped if you don't build assets beyond the platform. But if you shift your thinking, if you build systems, if you treat yourself like a business, YouTube money can actually change your life. It changed mine, and it can change yours too. You just have to be willing to think differently than 99% of creators out there. That's all I've got for you today. Take care of yourself, take care of your business, and remember, views are temporary, but the foundation you build is forever. This is Lime, signing off.
Bye.
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 See ya.
他只要一听见动静，他就这样。
See you guys later.
抖音。